Hey, it's me, Tills, the real deal. I decided to come to the CSU flower gardens before the flowers are no more. So naturally, the day I decided to do that, there's like a food truck and like 11 bazillion people here at the flowers. So I came over to this kind of like weird little corner where there doesn't seem to be very many people, but there are like a lot of bees. And so here's me. Is that like better lighting if I'm like this? No, it's like more building. So we're just sitting on the sidewalk. Whoever thinks I'm weird is gonna think I'm weird, but this is the only spot I could find where there's not a lot of people. So yeah, you gotta chase the flowers while they live. Because life doesn't give you enough time to admire the flowers. So I'm just sitting amongst them. I really like these ones. Look like troll heads, I call them. The orange ones there, little poofy troll heads. So my poem today is about a topic that I guess could stir up some controversy because it is multifaceted, as most topics in life are, but it all just sort of poured out of me today. I came up with the title months ago. Sometimes that happens. Title comes along, and then months go by and words come out to fulfill that title. So it's kind of loosely about apophenia, which I think a lot of people have to a certain extent. It's the belief of signs or everything having a deeper meaning, or like this flower has a more intricate message or lesson in it. And it's the belief that, you know, things aren't what they seem, that there is a meaning in your dreams, that there is more behind the scenes than any of us knows, and that if you choose to believe it, you will continue to find more and more of it. And so it gets into kind of like, I guess, controversial or debatable or emotional territory, because the experts say that you know, there is a wide arching spectrum of such feelings, and then when it starts to get into really extreme things where people see words written in every molecule and there's messages in all things, that can have some tendencies of schizophrenia. So which I have known, been close to, and had friends in my life who have schizophrenia. Gosh, I wish I could capture this butterfly. I might try. I'm gonna try to get this butterfly. Oh, I got it. It's right there, and it's beautiful. It's a really beautiful butterfly. So, captured that. Booyah. Is this a better spot? I don't know. I like my spot. We'll stick to my spot. It's a good little spot. We're just sitting on the concrete in the flowers, not being discreet about our superpowers, because we never are. I never am. So damn, yeah, it's a complex thought, because I am a witchy chick, if you hadn't picked up on that yet. And so I do believe there are signs and messages and lines that we choose not to see that are there if we look a little more closely. So, yeah, it's a lot. It's a thought that contains a lot. But I'm just going to sit in these flower pots and give you my thoughts presently. So here we go. Today's poem is called Apophenia and Mass Media. I just want to be extraordinary. Where's my personal goddess, mother, protector, fairy? Pits get smelly, bees make jelly. Ah, hell, you're not cool. What, you think you're Arthur Fonzarelli? I gotta smoke so much dope on rare occasions when you leave, 'cause you bug the ever-loving snot out of me. Speaking anthropomorphically, if not downright dorky, I decline to give a fuck what your algorithms want with me. The interconnectedness keeps taunting me by acting nonchalantly the second I lean in to look closer. Integrity is not a blacklight poster to be stuck in a frame and considered lame several years from the date of its purchase. We can't just call all the signs worthless because some analyst decided the links were devoid of concrete purpose. All the conflictual articles got me feeling worthless. Couldn't we all decide to make this bumpy-ass ride glide better and hurt less? I put on my prettiest dress, and I still feel messy. Every time I feel strong, some impossible challenge comes along to test me. Is this the best me? Or is there a better one hiding because she's sick of fighting to simply be who she is? I wake up, I take a whiz, and immediately I'm battling all my senses. I go into a tizzy, afraid of inevitably encountering all the human pretenses. Can I please just get through a sentence without feeling judged? Can the overwhelming obstacles please just budge a little? I'm feeling lost since my strong, fortified certainty got snatched from me and whittled down to dental floss. Everyone nods their heads while the boss talks. I just want to make some chalk hopscotch and ignore every clock and watch and calendar. I just want to blur the line. I just want to blur the lines between yeah, I'm fine and find out how the fuck you're really doing. We're all busy reviewing badly made products and proving one another wrong that none of us We're all so busy reviewing badly made products and proving one another wrong that none of us can remember when was the last time we all sat around and sang a song together or scribed a beautiful letter written with our very own human hands. The universe has plans for all of us, but we've lost so much trust that we just shush her like she's talking too loud in a movie theater. It's really eating at her that none of us will listen. She has such a beautiful vision, but I guess she can't fix all this division because she's lacking that almighty startup capital. We're so full to our brims of who's wearing what and have you heard who's fucking him, that we all seem hardly to skim the thinnest layer of interaction. I'm not making much traction here, I'm afraid. I've got so much to give and so much to say, but my lack of a degree and unwillingness to be less human and ignore my soul to be more cyborg, really gives me away. I don't know how many days have gone on like this. I keep trying to pull people away from their device addictions and link clicking to see we've arrived at the precipice. I don't know how a sign so wide and large could ever be missed. I'm pretty pissed that seeing arrows within the flow of existence is met with the resistance of being deemed an internal flaw. Someone with a framed doctorate degree wants to tell me I didn't see what I saw. Oh, the brutal law of mass acceptance. Evidence is always favored over intuition. Addition and subtraction of our imbalanced money stacking always more attractive than the human souls impacted by it all. Because we all put up walls when we're made to see too much truth. Someone has a real spiritual awakening, and we just want the proof. So many years after braces, I'm slowly becoming buck-toothed again, and so much depends on what they think of my smile. If we claim we don't base most of our ingrained perceptions on looks, well then we're stuck in self-deceptions and denial. I'm just a cinephile who needs some help compiling all my wild and beautiful ideas. I'm just a social media phobic weirdo who used to see the glow of auras so easily. But since people started allowing their energy to be consumed by Zoom and apps and this and that, those same auras just look flat or amorphous. I don't know how to thwart this dullness pressing against what used to be so vibrant. I hope color can survive it. I hope those who still see more than what the flat screens and TVs tell us to see can revive it. Because whoever the fuck decided that this immense universe and the beings inside it would be forced to take their potential and hide it needs to be fired so our prismatic essences can be reignited. Our eyes should not be utilized for rating spikes. Our thumbs are capable of so much more than generating likes. I mean, yikes, people. No one is equal, and we're just watching the trailer for the sequel to the sequel to the sequel. I must implore you to remember that this life cannot be rendered down to blood sport and streaming wars. Cannot be rendered down to blood sport and streaming wars. The choice is yours, but not yours alone. It will take many of us to interrupt interpret and interrupt. It will take many of us. The choice is yours, but not yours alone. It will take many of us to interrupt the drone of control where our whole potential once shone. The population has grown by leaps and bounds, and suddenly sacred ground does not seem to be in our vocabulary. It's more than scary. It's a very, very fine line, as thin as a strand of hair, that we dare to test the limits of, crowding on and pushing and shoving one another all along the length of that line, trusting that its strength will always hold up fine just because we have it set in our minds that we deserve to be held up for all of time. But until we find a way to work together and wind some reinforcement around that finite thread and get it in our heads that breaking it is not an option, the storms will come more often, the crops will go rotten, and we will remain caught in a trap we won't be able to tap out of. We have to save love. We are brave enough. It is more crucial than it is tough, but tough it is and tough it will be. The hidden messages are not illusions and they are not silly. They are all around us and they fill me and build me up. For solutions come from necessity. We cannot approach this tepidly. Doubts and shouts of negativity may have kept me in the wings before, but I'm about to settle the score. Even if it takes more than I think I have to give. The only way to live is in pursuit of being more alive. So I won't abide to some internet assessment telling me that tendencies of apophenia lean towards the absurd, as though reading that little blurb will make me acquiescent to their program or become a damn dot on their obedience curve. I'm not sure of much, but my own assessment is as such. Touch, taste, sight, sound, and scent are not the only senses we are meant to utilize. You can see beyond. You can see beyond what your eyes behold. You can see beyond what your eyes behold. You can hear more than what unfolds within earshot. You can touch far past the confines of rough and smooth, cold and hot. Your thoughts can create smells just as well as your environment. You can circumvent the globe upon your taste buds' intricate realms. You can be at the helm of a voyage propelled by energy and sensory feedback. There is no lack of complexity to what has been, what is, and what will be. So just trust that there are indeed many, many ways to see. So that's some words and blurbs and feelings from me. Just trying to paper clip. Just trying to hold on. Here we go. Just trying to show you a little bit more essence of fleur, before we go on to the next human thing and go to get groceries and all those other things. Look at these ones. I love these ones. Look at that. Maybe I should have been filming over here the whole time. That's okay, because we're ending on them. There's purple ones, and there's red ones, and it's really fun. Oh, cars. We don't need to see that. Cars are not as cool as flowers. Cars interrupt the chi of flowers. These ones are really good, though. Check them babies. There's a lot of bees. I'm just putting my face in bees, but that's okay. Look at them. They're so beautiful. Ooh! They smell really good too, like honey biscuits. How does a flower smell like a honey biscuit? I don't know. I guess you just have to believe in it. So that's all, folks. That's what I got for you today. Flowers and love and hope and stuff and feelings. Oh my gosh, these are peppers. In and amongst the flowers, there's food. There's peppers growing. That's cool. Ooh, this smells really good. Like I'm time traveling with this scent. Okay, so, God, I just want to keep sticking. Oh, just gonna end with my face in these. Okay, tomorrow, more poetry. Yummy.